Rustics. Oh, I forgot to bring a drink. We're going to do two different things. We're going to do a gloss matte project that's kind of been in my mind for a while. I wanted to use a different stencil, but I don't have a board that'll fit, so we're going to try another way. And then I want to air dry clay Persephone on this vase or pot that I bought quite some time ago. I'm going to keep it indoors because air dry clay doesn't do too great outside. I mean, you can seal the crap out of it, but overall it's better to keep it inside, or do resin. And I could do resin, but you'll see how wavy it is that I think clay is our better option to have it hug it. If you're new to me, I hope you like my style. Please subscribe and become a new friend. Hey Lynn, I usually go live on Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern. However, today is Monday. I couldn't do it yesterday. Hey Carolyn. Hey Colette. I forgot to grab a drink. I don't even know if there's a drink in there, honestly. It's been a week. Hey Beth. Hey Karen. Happy Christmas Eve. Is that what today is? Yeah. Christmas Eve. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Then Christmas Eve. Hey Luann. Thank you, Karen. I'm feeling good. I'm trying new makeup, but I just gotta trust the process. I feel like I'm looking a little orange here tonight. My eyebrows are like leading the show tonight. Good Lord. It was good, Luann. It was good. It was good. It was good. It was cold. Believe it or not, it was cold. Hey Rebecca. And hurricane force winds, but it was good. You had a hard time getting on? What happened? Oh, geez, what happened? I was going to put the link in, but people seem to have more of a hard time from that. Hey, Vicky, Merry Christmas to you as well. Merry Christmas to everybody. If I don't see you, thank you for welcoming me back. It's good to be back. The cruise was like the craziest shit happened. Like, I'm not even going to... It was just... I swear it's... the hubs and I. Every time we go somewhere, it's like an adventure. Hey, Kathy. Not only did that happen, so the hubs was on, his boat was very little. Thank you, Lorraine. Hey, Pam Powers. Hey, Pam. The hubs was on the 5th floor, and he saw the flares go off. Long story short, the captain announced that, we're going to try to save this guy. He was in Mayday. Come to find out, it took like 2 hours, like a 2-hour ordeal, because the waves, when we left, like the winds were like 30-mile-an-hour winds, 45-mile-an-hour gusts. I mean, it was crazy. So as we went out, it continued. It was 9-foot seas, and, we were rocking and rolling, and here this poor guy was in this catamaran. Well, he put the flares up. Well, first he tried to get into a kayak, and my husband and I were like, you can't even... It's hard to get in a kayak when it's calm water, never mind 9-foot seas. So he ended up losing his oars for that. Hey, Terry, thank you. He ended up losing his oars for that one. And I don't know if he let his... I can't remember if he tied it off because it was way far from his boat. I think he might have tied the canoe off, and that just was in the water, but he lost the oars for that. And then he didn't even have a life jacket on. Like, he did not even have a life jacket on, which is stupid. So then watching him get into that little dinghy, thank God he had that, was terrifying. Because I'm like, he does not have a life jacket. I had a flannel shirt on. Hey, Cindy, making it with me, girl. Hey, Melinda. Merry Christmas to you, too, all of y'all. If you're on here and you can't comment, it means you're not logged in. You can still watch, but you just can't comment or do anything. Hey, Lisa. Yeah, so they kept turning the boat around, and if you've ever been on a boat, depending on how you hit the waves is how rocky the boat is or not. So that was crazy. At one point we were really rocking and rolling, and so they finally got into position where they could launch one of their safety boats. I feel refreshed. We did a lot of relaxing, and a lot of good quality time together. Thank you, shoopy doo. Thank you. It feels good to be home. There's nothing like sleeping in your own bed now. So they finally got him on board, and we were like, what the heck are they gonna do with him? Well, come to find out, he was out there for 5 days. He had all power failure, and then his mask on his sail broke. So he was basically just drifting for 5 days. And it was nasty out. It was cold, it was windy as hell, and 9-foot seas. And I believe the seas the prior 2 days were even higher. So, I mean, that catamaran was poor guy. So I don't know. I don't think there was anybody else on board, or And I guess they left them in Cozumel. Hey, Gail. Hey, Phantom YouTube. Phantom YT. Hey, Judy. Your English is no good. That's okay. My Spanish is no good. Hola. That's hola. Hey, Tanya. So then we had to stop in Key West because there was another medical emergency, and the woman had to, hey, Benji, the woman had to be dropped off for her medical emergency. And I don't know what that was, but that was a whole ordeal. That screwed up like the night before and the gambling and all that, because when you're, you have to be so many miles offshore to gamble. And then, hey, Trisha, where were we? I think we were, it was in the middle of the trip. We were docked somewhere. I think we were in Georgetown, Cayman Islands, and we stayed on board. And the power went out. Like we were upstairs from the pool to get a burger, and they have this huge grill, hot dogs, hamburgers, onions, all this stuff on this grill, right? So the power goes out, and this roller thing comes automatically down and closes the grill is like 10 feet long, closes the whole thing in, and the guy's standing there like, what the hell just happened? Nobody knew what to do. Well, the food's still cooking. That thing was covered up for 2 hours. There was so much smoke burl. It didn't even make any sense. It was like, why would you? Oh, thank you so much, Luann. How cool is that? That's a beautiful color. Thank you so much. Thank you. They couldn't open it. And I'm thinking, how stupid is that? I could see if it's a fire and it like snuffs it out. That makes sense. But it wasn't a fire. They couldn't open it again. And I'm thinking, why is the grill still going? Like, how do you shut the grill? You couldn't shut the grill off. It made no sense. So he ended up having the technician. He was like in the ceiling doing stuff, and they had to manually put it up. But in the meantime, I went to the restroom, and I flushed the toilet, and it's like black water, like charcoal. I have a video. I have it together, but I got to voice it over because I can't put the music in because which doesn't make the video as great when the people are dancing. There's no music, but I don't know. And then I went to wash my hands, and the same thing happened. Like all this black charcoal, like water was coming out. I was like, what the hell is happening here? So it was an adventure. Hey, Patricia. So tonight we're going to do a couple things. 2 things. So I wanted to do the general store stencil, but I don't have a board big enough, and I just have this idea in my mind. I don't know, it could be stupid, I don't know, but of like a matte gloss, same color. So we're gonna paint the board, black chalk paint, and then we're gonna go over heavy, hopefully heavy. Hey, Anne, thank you so much. We're gonna go over, make a raised stencil in the glossy heavy body gel. I don't know, we'll see. And then I bought this no Christmas crafts going on here. I bought this pot, not the ganja pot, this planter's pot a while ago. I don't know where, but the tag might be still on it. Hold on. It says it's from Portugal, but I didn't go to Portugal, so. Hey, Leslie, you missed me? I missed you guys too. Oh, TJ Maxx, hold on. It's a clearance. So I want to put Persephone on here. It was $12 on clearance. And a bunch of stuff just dumped out of it. So I want to put this Persephone on here. And I'm going to keep it like on the porch indoors because we're going to use clay. I could use resin, which would hold up better if I were to put it outside. But I don't think resin's going to do too well in all these little doofickies. So I think that air dry clay is our best bet so I can get her to hug it. As far as coloring that and waxing, I don't know yet. I just think we'll just see what it looks like and take it from there. So I'm gonna get a coat of black on there, and then we'll get that. What the heck? We'll get that. We'll let that dry and get that on there. Yeah, awesome, fine, right? Yes, Robin, it is live as live could be. But before we go any further, I got to show you guys something. This is amazing. I feel like I'm kind of, I don't want to sound like an ass, but I'm just going to be honest. Like, I'm picky. Like, I don't like a lot of things. I like what I like. Hey, Diane, you just stumbled across it? Awesome. I'm glad you're here. And I was sent this Christmas gift, and it blew me away. Like, it just blew me away. Like, there's no fake in here. I'm not a very good faker anyways, but I was like, wow. It was from Lynn, and it's created by Corey with Creative Roots Art. So Creative Roots Art. Y'all, look at this thing. You're not gonna be able to see the shimmer in it, which really just adds it to another level. But look how beautiful this is. I mean, look at this. It's on a canvas. It's absolutely stunning. I wish I could paint like that. Like, I wish I could paint like that. Hey, Brenda. Diane, I hope you love it here with us and you hang out with us. I'm normally on Sundays at 8 p.m., but I was hungover I had a vacation hungover, but not like hungover. Forget it. I just didn't. Normally Sunday, 8 p.m. on YouTube. Isn't it beautiful? I mean, it is. And it has, like, y'all know I'm a glitter phobe, but it has like a subtle amount of like red shimmer and then kind of glittery. It's just beautiful. It's not too much. Look at it says. It's upside down. But that's our private group, Master Crew. So how cute is that? Master Crew's on the list. It's absolutely stunning. Yeah, I was gonna go yesterday, but I did not feel like it. I did not feel like it at all. But I was just so impressed by it. So impressed. And it's like textured. Like, it's not just, I don't know if you can see, but it's like layers and layers and layers of, I guess, oil painting. I don't know. I'm naive in the painting department, but I could paint by number. That's about it. But I just thought it was absolutely stunning. So that was so sweet. What a thoughtful gift. Like, even the hubs opened it up because I opened it up backwards and he saw it first. He's like, wow. I'm like, wow, what? Wow, what? I want to see. So thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't. So now we got a decision. Let me put your seatbelts on, y'all. Hang on. Put your seatbelts on. There we go. Can you see? All right. This is an 8x10 IOD board. You can use either side. They're excellent quality. I don't have them listed on my site, but if you want one, you got to let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Now, this is my favorite. We all know this. My absolute favorite. I wanted to do the general store, the Main Street general store one, but I don't have a board big enough. So this is my favorite. However, it like just fit. I mean, it just fits like within, it goes end to end, and I think that'll look stupid. I didn't get to the post office today. The hubs went to go out and he forgot. And so tomorrow. They are open tomorrow. We checked. The other option is wildflowers or seeds or wildflowers. These all were on my website. I have a few left of, I forget which one it is. I think it's seeds. I forget. It's one of these two. I have some left, but the other ones I'm not going to carry anymore. But they're 10 millimeter miler, something like that. They're nice. They clean up nice. If you clean them, of course. I didn't clean this one. I'm bad. Sometimes when I'm out here and it's cold, well, a lot of times, my sink out here only has cold water, and our water is so freaking cold. I think I like the seeds that I don't bother cleaning it. Glad I got our mail moving again in Canada. Finally got results of the mammogram. All good. Oh, excellent news. Excellent news. Yeah, I was shocked when I saw that your mail, I gotta tuck my hair, that your mail was, they were on strike. I mean, or whatever they were doing. It's always something, right? All right, that's what we're gonna do that one, the seeds. The seeds. All right, and we're just gonna use black. I don't know if this is gonna come out. I don't know if this looks stupid or cool. I don't know. So we're just gonna find out together. And if it does, we just paint over it another time, something else. That's all. I just had this idea in my head for a long time, and you know, it's one of those things I need to get it out. This might take a minute. This might take a minute. Yeah. So it was more freezing and windy on the boat than it was nice. Hello, Simply Simple Creations by Sheila. How are you, my friend? and inside was even cold. Like, it's almost like you couldn't even, I don't think cruising is for us. I know I feel like I sound like an ass and a snob, but I just, it's not for us. It's too many rules. Too many rules. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was an experience and I don't regret it by any means, but I don't know. Y'all, traveling is hard. I feel like either I'm getting old and crotchety or I'm a spoiled brat. I don't know what I am, but man, vacation is like, I'm just gonna be real with you guys. Like, if you think I'm a jerk, that's fine. I'm just being completely honest. Like, you're used to your own bed, right? So you got to hope that the bed is decent and doesn't kill your back, so you can get out of bed. The pillows to me are always an issue. I literally had a headache for a week. Your mother and your sister had breast cancer, so Oh, that you must have been terrified waiting for those results. I'm glad you got excellent results. That's scary. That's scary, scary stuff. So I had a headache for a week because of the pillows. But I sound like an ass when it's coming out saying this out loud. But it's really how I feel. Like, it is how I feel. And I'm being honest. My face broke out like nobody's business. Even though you have like you purchase the drink package and such, you still end up being like dehydrated. So my face broke out. You can't poop. Like, it's like all the things. Like, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Oh my gosh, Robin. Like, saying it out loud, I sound like a complete ass. But it's really how I feel. Oh, I mean, oh, I know you're supposed to like have fun and let loose and whatever else, but I'm the type of person, like, if I don't get the proper amount of sleep, I am like worthless. Like, I just am. I wish I wasn't like that, but I am. And oh my god, I was up. I watched a sunrise one morning. Me, the sunrise. Oh my god, it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. I had to go back to bed, but I had an experience to find. Yeah, I mean, I think for what it is hard to try. It's hard on vacation. But I think for like what it is and like what you got, and I mean, some people would dream of going on a cruise and you know or a vacation, and here I am complaining. Like, I'm not complaining. I guess I am complaining. I'm just being honest, is what I'm being. Whether I'm right, wrong, or indifferent, I'm just being honest. Um, it's cruising was not for us. Some of the shows were really cool. Oh my gosh, they had a game. They had bingo twice. We did that once. But they had Deal or No Deal. You know, people who went on drag queen cruises. Now that would probably be a blast. Now we were on some type of it was a lot of letters. LGBTQA or something like that. I don't remember, but there's a lot of letters, and a lot of those people were a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun. So they had Deal or No Deal, right? And you had to buy your cards to get in there, and so we decided to play. I loved that game when it first came out, and some cruise lines are better than others. I've only been on one, but I know others haven't. Yeah. So from what I understand and hearing and listening to others who are like pros, this one was on the better side. It was Celebrity Cruises. The food, as you know, we didn't pay extra to dine anywhere or anything like that, but the food overall was really good. I mean, it wasn't like can't stand the like, I always think of cruises and buffets like what the hell's the name of that? Oh, I can see the sign. My husband loves it and I can't stand it. Coral Golden Corral. Yeah, I remember some Golden Corral. Like, I was thinking it was going to be like that, and it wasn't. It was like something different every night, and there was such a variety of things, and we ended up, because we had the non-alcoholic drink package, we ended up getting our coffee from this like gourmet. They had like pastries and real fancy like coffees. it was excellent. So from what I understand, because I was on one cruise, but that was 20 plus years ago, and I vaguely remember it. So the Deal or No Deal, the lady and her family, there was like 15 of them traveling. She went through the whole deal and ended up with, I don't know, like $30 or something like that. Oh, your Golden Corral, a lot of them did close up when with COVID. Um, so this guy or this girl, they were randomly picking, when you bought your cars, it was connected to a number, and they randomly picked a number for the person to be the contestant. And the guy they picked, hey Sandy, the guy they picked, the girl, it was a girl they picked, and his wife didn't want to go up, so he went up for her, and he was kind of confiding in her and whatnot. So he plays the whole game out, right? Like he played the game like balls out, like exactly how the game should be played. And he had originally picked case 18, and he got like he got at one point like a $700 offer because he was down to just a few cases. And the whole crowd was saying, take it, take it, take it. Well, he got down to 2 cases, and he them. He switched the case. He kept saying, I'm going with my gut. He chose 18, or he chose 17. He chose case 17, and he switched it at the very end with case 18, and it was the grand prize, which was $1,000. I couldn't believe it. Nobody ever gives their case back. Nobody ever does that. I would have taken the 700 and ran, but I couldn't believe it. The crowd went nuts. Like, it went crazy. So he played that game from start to finish. Like, it was unbelievable. It was a lot of fun. The crew was outstanding. The crew was really, really cool. And now they got this new thing, or it may not even be new because it's pretty clear I live under a rock. But it's the silent disco, which the concept is brilliant, but the people look so freaking funny. They tore it down and rebuilt a Chick-fil-A. First time there, got chicken fingers, and they were so. Oh, Karen, you gotta have a Chick-fil-A sandwich. It's the fried chicken with pickles and put a little mayonnaise on there. Oh my god, it's so good. I know pickles and chicken sounds weird, but it's delicious. And they have the best milkshakes. They've got real ice cream. So the silent disco is, I guess, you put on headphones and you get to choose your own. I think there's like 3 different genres you can pick from. So here's all these people down like in this not ballroom, but this like meeting area, and they're all just dancing to nothing. So I mean, it's great to keep the music down, you know what I mean, for the guests or whatever, but they just look so funny. And whatever color their headphones were lit up was, they're all listening to that same song. So there was people just like dancing completely different from others. It was funny. It was funny to watch. But they had a blast. I think if I drank, yes, you got to have a Chick-fil-A sandwich and a shake. And if you like waffle fries, I don't really care for their fries, and the line's always super long. And they're closed on Sundays. I think if you drink, I'm assuming if you drank, or if we drank, we would have a better time. Like, because there's really nothing to do. I think I'd feel out of place. We live under a big rock. I do too. I don't know what the hell's going on, Diane. I just don't. And then I'm like shocked when I see these new things. Yeah, 3 lanes. They're pretty quick though. They're pretty quick. But yeah, I do think having a few cocktails would have made things a little more enjoyable. But that ship is sailed. Hey Valerie, Merry Christmas. Hey Betsy, how are you? So yeah. But man, it was so freaking cold. Inside was so cold. Like, I don't really think there's any reason to have the air down to 62 in any circumstances. Well, maybe like in an operating room or a morgue. But good Lord. I mean, it was freaking cold. windy. It was windy the first 3 or 4 days. And then, you know, it was nice. But once you set sail, it's, you know, cool again. But there was one night we went up to the 15th floor and it's got this 16, the Solaris or whatever they call it. And the wind literally blew me. Like, I was like, whoa, you cannot have good hair. Like, forget that. And wear a dress. The dress will be wrapped around your neck just because of the wind. But yeah, forget about doing your hair or wearing anything fancy. Could you swim? I could have swam, but it was too cold. To me, I mean, I'm a Florida girl now. There were a lot of people swimming, but the weather wasn't even warm enough for me. Yeah, Merry Christmas from Betsy. Thank you. Betsy says Merry Christmas, everybody. Like, I couldn't even go in the jacuzzi and get out. Like, I could have got in, but I couldn't get out. Hey, Chelsea. You're spoiled. I just go to the... Yeah, the beach is nice. The beach is nice. But it was just freezing everywhere. Like, you literally had to, like, walk a long ways from the pool area to your room. So, if you got out of the jacuzzi and you were okay, forget walking in them hallways. Like, it's just so cold. It was unusual weather. It definitely was that. I mean, just the wind alone was insane. All right, I'm going to put this aside to dry. And we're going to, what the heck is this? Oh, my sticker. We're going to put the clay on our jar here. Or our pot. Our planting pot. Not pot. But yeah, no, it was, we definitely relaxed. We definitely spent some good quality time together. I was going to use this brush and I never did. Okay. Hopefully I don't have to do another coat on that. And if I do, it'll be quick, hopefully. Hopefully, said no one ever. Said no one ever. So we're going to use IOD air dry clay. If you're new in the clay business, IOD clay is a little more expensive, but honest to goodness, it is the best clay I've ever used. It shrinks the least, it cracks the least. I mean, the thicker it is, very good possibility this one's going to crack, and I kind of want it to. Not too bad, but to make it look old. Daz is decent, and Sculpty is decent. I don't like paper clay. I think it's too wet, but it all depends on you and what your project is and whatnot. But if you ever find that you're having a problem making castings, chances are it's your clay. So if you don't have a decent clay, you're really not off to a, you know, you're kind of at a disadvantage right out the gate. So this is called the Persephone. Now this is a big one. Like, it's thick. I have a, let me show you what it looks like in resin. Hold on. I got it right here. And I thought about doing it in resin and pulling it out when she's pliable, but I just don't think I'm going to get the look that I can get. Like, look at the details in her. I mean, she's thick. Like, that's a lot of, for some reason that resin's a little sticky. But I don't know if you can see, but this is a good example. When I did this, when it was the end of my, my part B, and it was a little crystallized. I don't know if you can see the yellow mark on the side of her nose. Yeah, you can see it right there. She has a little bit on her lips too. That's what will happen. Those crystallizations will come to the top. How many in the boat? I believe it was 3,000. You're a little thick too. I think it was 3,000, but it was, you bought that mold and haven't used it yet? Oh, it's a good one. It's big though. Like, it's big. So you're kind of, I put it on a flat board once, like the IOD board. I think it was like 3,000, but it was staff as well, because it said there was like one staff member per 2.5 cruisers, something like that. All right. So if you're also new, you want to use cornstarch to put in your molds. I tried the Dollar Tree brushes. I know Dollar Tree's stepping their game up lately, so 301 with the rescue guy. Wait, what? Hey, Chauncey girl, how are you? I I used Dollar Tree brushes before, and I kept finding hairs in my clay, and I couldn't quite figure it out while they were coming out of the brush. So any kind of like makeup brush, but if you notice the hairs are coming out, use another brush. How does it look in the arch board? Probably look pretty good. I got a board right. I think I have one board left that it's half painted. Hold on, let me see size-wise. Oh, I can use him. Hold on. I guess I can use him. Probably could pretty good. Betsy, thank you so much. What the heck is that? Hold on. What is that? Was that a handshake? What the heck was that? Almost looked like a butt. Aw. Aw, thank you. Let's celebrate the 3rd super on a live stream. Oh, look at that. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. Whoa, Jesus, that's the wrong button. Whoa. You saw a tip for this. Once you have the clay in the mold, poke. Oh, interesting. I haven't tried that one. Thank you so much, Betsy. That sizing's pretty good. I mean, it looks stupid with Santa behind it, but it's good sizing if you had a nice background paper. Or even like raised, like the brick, the brick stencil raised would be pretty with the right colors. The right colors. Yeah, so it was interesting. We met some interesting people. Betsy, thank you so much. Aw, you're sweet. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. There's some kind of gem something. Oh, so what I was saying is you can want, you know, like a medium-sized brush and then a small one for your smaller molds or areas that you have to go in. Because if you put this on, you really want to get in those, you know, every nook and cranny and around the sides, and sometimes a bigger brush is too big. There's something now with YouTube called Gems, and it looks to me like it's launched now, and there's some kind of contest or something. If you get 3 gems in your live stream vertical by February, yeah, they enter you in some kind of contest, something like that. But you don't want to overdo this, so if you put like too much in here, just turn it over and tap it out. You just want enough to like coat it, and this will help release your mold. Release your mold. So yeah, and especially if you live somewhere humid. Thank you, Betsy. Yeah, if you guys, I forgot to tell you, can you guys share if you haven't already? Lynn, thank you so much. Yes, Vicky, every time you use the mold. Now, if you're going to use, Lynn, thank you. If you're going to use resin, you don't need anything. But if you use clay in this prior to reusing resin, make sure you bring it to the sink and give it a good wash and let it dry. Now, if you had too much in there, just turn it over and tap any excess out. This is going to take a lot. It tells me how, thank you, Chelsea. Can't see with these glasses. Let me change my glasses. Because the IOD molds have how much resin, and I've never weighed the molds or the clay. It tells you, so it's 159 milliliters of resin, and it's 238 grams of clay, which is 400 grams. So that's interesting. I've never weighed my clay inside my mold. I've never done that one. So there's that. How do you share it? Just hit the 3 dots and just hit share. You can copy it and like send it to your Facebook page. Thank you, Barbara. We are doing 2 things. We're doing a board with black matte black chalk paint, and then we're gonna try to do a raised stencil with the gloss, so we have like a matte gloss look. Hey, Colleen. And now we're gonna make this Persephone mold, IOD mold, and place it on here. Now I'm gonna hopefully be live on YouTube or Facebook tomorrow night, so she should be dry by tomorrow. And if I feel like we want to paint her or add wax, I don't really know yet. Thank you, Lynn, for rusting. Yeah, I don't know. Like, this is kind of an off-white. Is it? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to look like. And I don't know. I just know this is going to be stuck on there. That's as far as the brain went. As far as the brain went. But, ooh, it's moist. So, I'm going to take a little more than half of this, I guess. Probably going to need a little more. We're going to start with that. And see where we go. Wrap your stuff up so it is air dry clay. I feel like I have a hair tickle in my belly. You like my shabby tree? Oh, shirt. It's huge. I had to wash and shrink it. But look, it's got pocket. Oh, I got clay in my hand. It's got pockets to put all my loot. Did the animals play? They did, and they had. So we put a camera on the. Well, first I say we, but it was the hubs. The family that was coming, one of them got COVID. Oh God. I feel like COVID's going to be rampant after the holidays, like it always is. COVID will just be, well, better that than being sick. Also got the fairy door mold. So large gourds. Oh, that's cool. I love gourds. I think that fairy mold would look awesome on there. What the heck was I saying? My shirt. Something about my shirt. I don't know what I said before that. I don't know. Go to the beginning and that share. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Robin, go to the beginning and hit the share and thumbs up. I can't see the rest. All right, so I'm just gonna. Oh, the animals. Thank you, Terry. Before leaving, we had the camera on there, and also fed them and watered them, and didn't let them free range to see how long they could go, and then took it from and made whatever adjustments needed to be made, and they did fine. They did fine. And we had a friend on standby just in case like the camera went out or we saw something crazy or whatever like that. So when you do your mold, you want to push down and out. So because this is real thick, so you always want to push down and out. And IOD has this micro rim, this right here, which really helps you clean off, so you get a nice clean edge to your mold. I see that, Lynn. Thank you. Thank you. Now, if you have like the cheapy molds, like the Amazon ones, they're real flimsy, I do not recommend. They're great for resin or hot glue, but I do not recommend clay because you really gotta like push down in there. And what happens with those cheapy ones is because they're so flimsy and they have no back behind them, your mold is going to be like, you know what I mean? There's nothing to keep your mold in. So you're not going to get a very good casting if you're trying to use the real cheapy flimsy ones. Now, if it's a good, if you can hold it up and it kind of, just bends a little, the pink ones, the cheapy ones, they just bend right in half. If your mold does that, I would not recommend using clay. Unless it's like real tiny, you can just put a little piece in there and get away with not really pushing on it very hard. But, they're great for clay and, for resin and hot glue kind of things. So we just did a project, before I left. What the heck is that? Oh, before I left with plaster of Paris and trash. Cardboard, and it really came out pretty cool. I'm pretty excited to finish it with the girls this week. I don't know what we're going to do with it, but at least seal it. But yeah, you can use plaster of Paris as well. You can bake cookies in these too, the IOD molds. You can put them in the oven. You can like get the trimmings mold or the oak leaves and do like pie crust and make your shapes out of that. So there's a lot you can do. All right. So you want to kind of get your back as flat as you can. That's not always easy. Like I got a dip right here, but I got to get some more clay. So I'm going to add a little bit there. But what I want to show you is when you're adding some, not so much this one, but for this style mold, my fingers got stuff all over them. You did it. Yeah, if you guys have any questions here on YouTube, please just ask. We're all learning together. I did see again on, because YouTube is fantastic about letting you know about updates and, suggestions, and, they'll tell you, oh, we heard you and we're working on this and da-da-da. But they're still working on rolling out, like right now, to reply to someone you have, like on Facebook, you can just click reply to that person. Or on YouTube, you have to do like at Robin Ireland for her to see it. But they're changing the feature where you can just reply to one another. So in a case like this, if you needed more, or even like right here is a good example. If you need more, don't just shove a piece in there like that and mush it down, because what's going to happen is you made a separation right there. So you want to go behind it. Like put your clay on top of it and behind it, and then like work them into one piece. It doesn't always work out, but you have a better, your chances of it cracking right there are a little bit better. Must admit that I don't understand a lot of the terms used. Stars. So on Facebook, stars are like a tip. Like if you were to tip your waitress, that's what stars are. They're a penny a piece. You have to buy them. And use a credit card on Facebook or what have you. YouTube is very similar, but they're a different name. They're like a sticker or a super chat. Facebook went down for a day last week. Did it? I don't know. I'm so behind. I'm so behind. So they're just like tips for the creative. That's what they are. Yeah. So, and again, I'm gonna go behind this piece, and I'm gonna like work it down and out. Because if you just stick it there, it's like taking two pieces and just sticking them like that. You know what I mean? Instead of like really melding them together. So hopefully that helps you. Getting your clay size right, like say you're doing a flower, if you get that shape and the right amount of clay, it will be the easiest casting you can ever get. I still can't get a perfect. Facebook is messed up. The comments is, oh jeez. I mean, come on. Like, seriously. I mean, you know, and we won't get into politics and all that stuff, but Facebook has something to do with, crafters couldn't come out, jeez. Facebook has something to do with shutting TikTok down. So, with all that being said, you would think that Facebook would be trying to tighten up their game the best they could if they're about to take on, millions of new users, which I do not believe. Facebook is not all that. I mean, if you outside of Facebook for pretty much anything, Facebook is never an option for like if you wanted to apply as an affiliate for somewhere, or pretty much whatever. It'll ask you, a lot of things will ask you your social media handles. Good night, Karen. I hope you sleep well, my friend. You can't flip your camera. I heard the flipping of the camera. They'll ask you what social media platforms you belong to, and Facebook is a lot of times not even on there. So it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, which a lot of people don't like Instagram because it's part of Facebook. Well, it is Facebook. So I don't know. I'm going to wrap this up tight because I'm hoping I'm done with it before I go wrapping it up all crazy. Wrap it up. I think I have a Ziploc in here. Hold on, let me see. Ooh. But I ate a ton, y'all. I mean, I had dessert. I only got this big one. I had dessert after dessert after dessert. Like, woo! It was awesome. I'm weighing in at 106.5. It's pretty good. My ass is still growing, so I'm pretty excited about that. Good things. Good times. Good times. Okay. I didn't get very many pictures of us Hey Liz, you getting back to watching all my favorites? And Aw, Liz, you're one of my favorites too. Don't tell the others. Well, awesome. I'm glad you're back, girl. Glad you're back. All right, that's it. It's heavy, y'all. So it's not perfect on the back, but there's not any big dips. You don't want no big dips. Because what will happen is if you have a big dip in there, when you flip it over, it's going to indent, right? So I made that mistake with a set of wings I did once. I need to use those. Those wings are so pretty. We haven't used those in a long time. So another thing you want to do is, yes, I'm a fat ass. I'm probably the only person on the planet that thinks it's fantastic when my husband or my friend calls me fat ass. Like, that is awesome. That is a compliment. It's a compliment. But I gotta be careful. Like, I don't wanna. I gotta tighten it up. Is what I gotta do. Yes, Pink Poop Crew. I gotta tighten it up. I just want to put a little cornstarch on there. So whenever you do a mold, to get in the habit of flipping it over. I don't care how big the mold is. Get in the same habit. Do it the same way each time. Oh, Corey. There's Corey. Where's Olive? She's back there. Corey's in the house, y'all. Corey's the one that made that gorgeous Santa. I'll show you in a minute because I don't want to get it all floured up. So get in the habit of flipping it down, and you want to push down with this and peel back. That way you're not like pulling on your mold and you're distorting what it looks like. So it's another reason to clean off all the outsides, because if it's not clean, if there's a lot of overhang or flashing over the micro rim, or if your mold doesn't have a micro rim, which makes it even harder, it's not going to want to come out of the mold too good. And then you're going to be pulling on it and distorting it and all the good things. Yes. Blew me away, Corey. I was telling everyone, honestly, I'm very picky, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, there's a little hole right here, and it doesn't want to come. There we go. We got it. See that little hole right there? It's a little finicky. See it right there? So that came out beautifully. Wow, that is really beautiful. Wow. Wow, that's really beautiful. All right, before I get cleaned up and show you Corey's thingamabob, get me out. Cradle. I'm the extra large cradle here tonight. I don't think there's a preferable side. Yes, I am, these are pretty deep. Not real deep, but deep enough. Whoa, we're rocking a boat. I'll just go that way or this way. There we go. Yeah, she is beautiful. I guess I do need to clean my hands off because I got to clean this off. Hold on. Yeah, I was saying I'm honestly very picky. And I saw that and I was completely blown away. And your packaging was amazing. And the way I had opened it, the hub saw it first. And he said, "Oh my God." I was like, "What? I want to see." So I was really taken aback. It's absolutely stunning. I wish I could paint like that. I wish. You can feel like all the layers and love that you put into that. Trying to get some. This is alcohol. Vodka. This is vodka. All right, let's see. Oh my God. You're not going to believe what just happened. Hold up. Oh, you know what? Holy crap. Look at this. I mean, I could see the craisin in there, but I don't know if it's because it's wet. See the craisin? I love it, but that's where I just sprayed the alcohol. I mean, there's craisin in here. Wow, what the hell? I don't know if it's going to go away when it dries. I kind of like that. That is so weird. Look. Okay, see it? Watch it not do it. Oh. See that? I'm magical. Look, now it's dripping. Look at that. Freaking weird. Must be porous. It looks like it kind of went away. But it's got a glaze on it. You see it's shiny? I don't know where I did the alcohol now. Wow. New technique. Things usually happen by accident, right? Look at this. Like I said, the shimmer and the red shimmer glitter, just the different colors of glitter, it's just stunning in person. No, it's alcohol. It's stunning. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. I wish you could see the shimmer because that really just takes it up a whole nother level. It's textured. I mean, these are layers and layers of. Is it oil painting? It's got the master crew on his list. I mean, it really jingles. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I love the gold. It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's alcohol. Hands are hard and faces, and I mean, you have amazing talent. Absolutely amazing talent. This was a Christmas gift for myself in the hubs from Lynn, created by Corey with Creative Roots Art. That's a hard one to say. I'm just proud I remember the name because I suck and I don't even know my own name. All right, let's get this guy down. He is amazing. All right, I'm going to use Tape On Quick and Thick. You can use any type of creamy glue. Do not use hot glue on freshly casted clay. Don't do that. What do you think is going to happen the minute hot glue hits? It's gonna set up on you. This is not a good idea. All right, I like to pick my... So the glue part is very important. I like to pick my guy up, flip him over in my hand, and you want to cover every square inch of the back of this, but not so much glue that it's squirting out all the sides when you go to... Oh, God, this is hard to squeeze. I think there's a big something stuck in there. And you put the master crew on. That's awesome. Every square inch of glue on the back of this, and you can do it with your finger or your brush. I like to use my finger because I feel like from the heat, it helps thin it out. And what this will do is this will help with it adhering and less chance of it cracking as well. But there's so much involved with cracking. How thick it is, the shape of it, the drying time, your environment. So at first your glue is going to be like a little... not want to move too well, but once it starts getting warmed up and thinned out, you'll be able to move it around more. I've used Elmer's glue. I've used, what do you call it? The Gorilla Glue. Just any kind of creamy glue. Or what you have. Now, if you put too much on, you're going to know if you put too much on here. Once you get it all covered, just take your finger and wipe it off on a towel and just keep doing that until, you know, it's not so thick. Because the last thing you want to do is be sitting there cleaning up. Yeah, wood glue will work. Any creamy style glue. Yeah, the last thing you're going to want to do is, you know, be cleaning up glue. The ends are the most important, all the sides. Because that's where it's going to want to naturally pull away to begin with. And by nature, air-dried clay wants to shrink and crack and pull away. So you never turn your back on a mold either. You want to keep an eye on it for a good 10 to 20 minutes. Depends on your environment, again, what it is, what it's on, all those things. Just going to keep... There might be a side that keeps popping up. You're just going to keep tapping it down until you can't anymore. It's going to create, this crust is going to form on it, and then it's just done. It's going to do what it's going to do, and you really can't help it anymore. All right. It's hard to believe. This is a big pot. It's hard to believe that this thing takes up almost this entire thing. So I'm going to go from this bottom line. Here we go. We're just going to do it. We're doing it. Oh. Okay. All right. And I'm going to hold it in the middle and just gently, it's crooked, gently push down all my edges. Don't forget to push down, you know, in the center as well. There are some pretty big grooves. It's pretty groovy. All right. If you have to, or try your best to, like something like this, keep it laying down until it dries, or at least until it grabs, because type on quick and thick is pretty quick, but it's still, if it's heavy enough, you know, this is a big piece, it's heavy enough, it's gonna fall down. Where the hell am I? Oh, looking for my wipes. They're right here, silly. Holding my boat from rocking. Gotta run, have company here. Vicky, enjoy your company, hon. Merry Christmas to you. I'll be on Facebook tomorrow night. I have plans to be on Facebook tomorrow night at 8. Hey, Irene. You're late. We're making all kinds of stuff, Irene. We are like just partying it up, chatting it up, partying it up, hanging out, escaping this nutty ass world we live in. Right now we are putting the Persephone, looks like the top of her head could use, yeah, I want to get this crap off my fingers. We're putting this, thank you, Persephone mold, IOD mold in clay down on this big old pot. And once I get her pushed down, we're going to finish. We got another project going where we're going to experiment with, well, we're not experimenting, we're doing it. Whether or not it's going to look good, that's what we're going to find out. But we're going to do black chalk paint. Hey, Barbara. Oh, you're saying hi to Irene. Merry Christmas Eve, Eve. Black chalk paint, which is matte, and go over it with a raised stencil with heavy body gel gloss black, because I want that contrast of matte and gloss. I envisioned it on the Main Street general store sign, the big one, but I don't have the correct board. So we're going to do wildflowers. And if it looks completely stupid, then, you know, we just do something else with it another time. Okay. So now, all right, see how that's lifting up a little bit right there? See how you see that seam? So what you want to do is are you talking to me or everybody? All right, so you want to just push this down. And that's what I mean, like, don't turn your back on it. You want to keep pushing that down until you just can't anymore. If it took, see, there's one right there too. If it really bothers you and there's a big gap there, you can either take more clay or you can take paintable caulk after it's dry. Hey, Sharon, you're not late as long as you're here. After it's dry, take paintable caulk and do whatever you got to do. You know, it just depends on you and your project. Her face wants to come up. I may have to keep tapping. I think it's because of all these grooves. This side's taken down good, actually. That side's perfect. Perfect. Grooving. I've been wanting to do this for so long. I don't know what we're going to paint it. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't ever like to touch my air dry clay until it's completely dry. I don't like to paint it. I don't like to do anything, because I feel like you just take too much out of it as far as details and such. Got a little glue right here. That was so weird with the way the crayon came through like that. We might have to use that to our advantage, but I'm not sure how. All right, I think that's all I can do for the moment. Right, so there it is. Beautiful. Keep her nearby. Oh. So I don't forget to look at her. Get all this crap out of the way. Taught me that. Oh, wait. Oh. Taught me that. And the few pieces I did. Yeah, it worked out. Good, good. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's the little things sometimes that, the little tips. You know, you don't know what you don't know. And I like to learn by my mistakes, apparently. So if I can avoid you having to learn that way. Didn't stick on one side, you can fill it in. I never used wood filler. I don't see why you couldn't use wood filler. Might be a little hard to like kind of sculpt in a sense. Thank you, Corey. Oh, I just stuck my fingernail in her chin. Sorry, girl. Sorry for that blemish. I don't mind it, honestly. I like the cracks, and I don't want to say I like when it lifts, but it doesn't really bother me. But it all depends on what your project is. I mean, if it's something, you know, like a dresser or, you know, something major like that. Okay. Again, one more time. Hey, Carolyn, gotta go. Merry Christmas. She's pretty. Oh, you see the light just changed? That was weird. What's happening? All right. Set her aside. Stay right there, beautiful. All right. Get this stuff off my hands as we're going on the black. I think it'll be beautiful. It's definitely white and beige, so it's not one color. Yeah, I might dark wax it. I don't know. The this part is like see the terracotta color, like it's raised. So I don't know. Maybe a paint wash. I don't know. See what tomorrow holds. I haven't thought that far through. It's not speaking to me yet. Talk to me, girl. Talk to me. Let's see. It is a good mold. It really is a good mold. I've seen some people do some crazy stuff with it. I've seen them turn it into like Frankenstein and Frankenstein's wife for Christmas. I mean for Halloween. Okay. All right, so we got this just black chalk paint. Blue, green patina. Yeah, I do. I actually have that. I have the Dixie Belle patina stuff, but I'm not sure because I'm surprised that that alcohol did that with the crayon because there's a clear coat on here. It's weird. It's obviously porous, so I don't know what's happening there. Oh, there's so much air in here. Yeah, it crackled on her. It crackled. Yeah, we could crackle it. We'll see. All right, we're gonna go ahead and with this one. I have either this one. I'm not gonna be selling these anymore. So I had all of these at one time. This one I know I don't have. This is my favorite, but it doesn't. It just fits on there, and I think that would look goofy. I'm not sure. One of these I have still left on the website, but I don't know which one it is. But we're gonna use this one. These are excellent quality stencils. I don't remember. Did the crazing stay? No. When it dried, it went away. This was our. I still gotta seal it, but this was our project last time. I don't know if we did it on. I don't know if it was Facebook or YouTube. I don't remember, but it came out pretty good. That's clay. Been on there forever. That's a beautiful mold too. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use heavy body gel. This in black, and it's glossy. So heavy body gel comes in matte, which is a little opaque, but and then heavy body gel gloss, which dries crystal clear, and then the black. All of them can be tinted. I don't know what you would tint this with. However, if you wanted to go over with a metallic, that'd be perfect. But they can be tinted with paint, mica powders, dyes. So you can put them in a raised stencil, but it's excellent for adhering like metal to metal, metal to whatever, glass to metal. So that's really their best use is as an adhesive. It can also be smashed down in a fondant mold, like a real shot, like the cake molds, the fondant. You can press it in there, let it dry for a few hours, and when you pull it out, it will be completely flexible, and it will remain flexible for many months. It'll dry out a little as time goes, but it won't crack or won't do any of those things. It'll remain flexible. So that's kind of cool. It's a workhorse. It is a workhorse. I'm going to try to... there's no way to tape this down, actually. Let's see. I'm just going to eyeball it. I don't want this on there. So, let's see if I can get a little bit of tape on there. And Chelsea has... I could use pixie spray. I probably should. Chelsea makes door hangers, and she converted... What the hell? She converted to... from hot glue. Don't forget the thumbs up. She's working hard. Aw, thank you. Yeah, give me some thumbs up. Let YouTube think there's a big party over here. Glue face to table. Oh yeah, just Jackie's crafting. Jackie says this stuff is so sticky. If you get it on your face, it'll stick. Your head will stick to your desk. Chelsea uses for door hangers and hot glue. When they get hot, the things will fall off. But now she uses the heavy body gel and does not have that problem. I don't know if Sheila's still on here. Why can I not do this? But she used it on her tiles on her outdoor patio. They were coming up. She said they did pop up, but if I were to guess, she probably just picked up the tile and slathered it on there and put it back. I could be wrong, but I do think if she cleaned it real well, both sides, E6000 didn't hold either. If she would have taken the time to clean the tile side and, I'm really struggling here, and the concrete, I think it would have really continued to stay. What in the... I think I got it now. Wow! Both are available. Yeah, both are available. They're all available on my website, scrappysrustics.com. It's in the description. Under Pentart products. I'm wondering about... I've never used pixie spray on black. Anybody use pixie spray on black paint not sealed before? I don't know if it's going to leave residue. Let me check on Persephone. Make sure her head's still on good. Oh. Anybody? I don't think it will because it's such a thin... Those of you who don't know, I lost my husband suddenly. I will get his ashes tomorrow. We are waiting until April for his ceremony. Family coming out then. Sharon, I read that in the post and I have no words. I had a lot to say, but you know we're here as a community for you, girl. And you just have to ask. If you need something, you have to ask. So prayers for you and your family, Sharon. That's absolutely devastating. I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. This is pixie spray. It's a very light adhesive. If you don't want any bleeding with your stencils, or if you're doing it like on a t-shirt or something, this is good to have. It's not supposed to leave a residue on your surface, but you know how that goes. Let me get a piece of cardboard. I don't want to be sticking to the floor. This will help too when I go to use the spatula. I'm gonna let it set up for a minute so it gets tacky. It will leave your stencil tacky for a little bit, but it doesn't harm anything. Look at all those prayers you got, girl. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine. Yes, prayers, prayers. It's so new. It just happened on the 8th, is that right? Probably should have sealed this, but I didn't. All right, here we go. Let me get this lined up again. It's sticky, but it's tacky. That makes sense? What's that look like? Good. Let me go down a little. I think that's good. I think that's good. That's good enough. It'll help the heavy body gel, hopefully, from squeezing under there too. And I'm gonna tape off these two because I don't want that popping through. The hard part is going to be getting the product over these bigger parts without showing lines. Sharon said, thank you so very much. Yes, the 8th. I reported him missing. He was found the 9th in a flooded field. Anaphylactic shock and cardiac arrest. Thumbs up. Hit the comments. Hit the comments and hit, I forget too. The emojis. Hit the, like you're gonna comment, and to the right there should be something. Is that right? I don't remember. Anybody? I think it's by the comments. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. All right, let's see what we got for spatulas. This one is not wide enough. That one's too wide. I know I have another one. Or did I give my other one away? How would I do that? Mine is mid-screen right below it. 3 dots for the thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Sharon, of course, you don't have to thank us. Are you kidding me? I said we're here for you. You just got to let us know if you need us. Good Lord, where's... Where are you? It's got to be wide enough. What the heck is this? Well, I don't think that's going to work. I got a smaller one of these. I thought I did. What is this? I'm getting all kinds of stuff. Icing comb set. This has a flat side. This might work. That should work. That should work. Should. I don't know if it will, but it should. It should. You know, I got this thing. I never used it. Once, maybe. You put paint on it and then like drag it over the board so it gives you like a chippy look or a two-tone look. So you paint your board and then put another color on here and drag it. Got it? Your memories? Yeah, don't be embarrassed. None of us can remember anything. Like, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. All right, we're going to get the product out of there. So, let's pull up our pans. All right, heavy body gel, black, glossy. That's how it'll dry. See how glossy it is? And it'll dry raised, which is super cool. Let me check our mold one more time. She's starting to get a crisp on her. Now, if you just can't help yourself and you gotta paint it and you can't stand it, wait till it gets this crisp on it, and you'll know what I mean when it happens. And that's really about the point where there's no longer pushing it down. It's kind of game over. It is what it is. And we're about there. Paint very lightly. And I definitely don't recommend going in with a wax brush because you will indeed take out all of the details and such. But, all right. Ta-da! See what she looks like tomorrow. See what she looks like tomorrow. I wanted to go. Okay, so hold on. Hello, Sea Glass from England. Hello, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. It's Merry Christmas Eve. Eve. Yeah, Lynn, you're not alone. I'm glad you love it here. I'm usually on Sundays, but came back from vacation and I just was not in any mood yesterday. I was so tired. And here I am. I'll be on Facebook tomorrow at hopefully 8 o'clock tomorrow on Facebook. Ooh, hold on. I'm going to put some on here. Are you talking to Leslie? And then I'm going to kind of go from there. Putting a good amount. It's kind of like doing silkscreen in a sense. Kind of. Now you want to get this stuff off of your tools because it dries. It's kind of miserable. It dries rock hard. Like rock hard. So get it off your tools. ASAP. All right, here we go. So I want to fill these in. Without. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks good. CRS is can't remember shit. CRS is can't remember shit. I wonder if I could go this way instead. All right, I'm gonna have to use that big one. Let me see what we can do here with just this. Maybe I could do, oh, I know what I can do. Let me fill it all in. And then we'll go over that with one swoop. Because you gotta kind of use a lot of product to get these filled in. Because we want that 3D look. But you don't want a bunch of brush or, you know, marks in there either. Like that. You like my stance? Love the flowers. Me too. I love all this kind of stuff. That's you? We're all in that boat. Can't remember schnit. It's terrible. I'm terrible. Like if I'm just so bad. I can't remember names. I can't remember a lot of things. It sucks. It's embarrassing most times. Especially, I mean, creators' names and page names. It's embarrassing. I should know these things, and I don't. Okay, I might have overworked this now. But let's see what happens. Get this crap off of here. Well, let me just do it before all that dries. That is not what I wanted to do. That is not what I wanted to do at all. I mean, it is, but not bad, but it's going to be lumpy. I think I'm gonna let this dry a minute and then put another coat on. I don't think I've ever done that before. Let's see if it works. Let me get this off of here first. Doesn't have to be dry, but dry enough where I can layer another layer on it. Again, this could look the stupidest thing I've ever made, but we're not going to know until we give it a go. Give it a try. Now, how am I going to dry this without melting my stencil? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, this stuff dries like, literally like concrete. So if you didn't see my video today, I do love the silicone tools too. I got these from Prima. I put a video out about, I don't know, it was just weighing on me. Just about thinking about us going into the new year, or even starting tomorrow, you know, just taking care of ourselves and having goals and being happy and doing what brings you joy. Good, I'm glad you saw it, because I hope, sometimes we forget, you know what I mean? Sometimes we forget, or most times a lot of us don't think we're worthy of doing something for ourselves. Like, I just want to remind you girls that we damn sure are. And the people around us will be much more happy or too. So there's that. This takes a little while to dry. Hey Sheila. The wildflower and the 10-pound look pretty perfect, but the seeds part is pretty choppy. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can get there we go. See how it's choppy? I don't like that. See how nice and neat it is in the flowers? That's what I want the seeds to look like. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a big blob right there and drag it over. Hey Janet! You like the Korean pic? Man, the Korean stuff has some nice stuff. So the problem, it's trial and error with a lot of things. Like, because no two people's faces are the same. You know what I mean? One thing works great for me and it may not work great for you. You know, I have really oily skin, but yet I have dry skin. You know, some people have super dry skin, but I've never had anyone teach me how to put on makeup. You're not late as long as you're here. Yeah, we had a decent trip. We did. You know, I've never had anybody teach me how to put on makeup or self-care, face care, and stuff like that. Like, I've always put in lotion on my body when I got out of the shower. I've always put like a face lotion on, but that's it. Like, that's the gist of it. You know, I used oil of Olay for years, the non-oily, and then they stopped making it because it was one of the only things that didn't break me out. And then I used to be really oily because I didn't realize that I was overworking my face. Good. I'm glad, Robin. And I didn't realize by overworking my face and using too much scrubbies and doing all, I was producing the oil. So once I figured that out, I stopped doing, you know, the extra I was doing, like in the shower and such. But I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if you can build this stuff up when it's not totally dry, but we're going to certainly give it a go. So here's the hoping. Here's the hoping. I'm going to go on this side. I feel like I got a little more room there. Yeah, so I've just been learning a lot. I've been like immersing myself into different creatives and on Facebook and TikTok and just learning all that I can. Thank you, Colleen. And I can't get this off of my thing. Maybe if I do this. Just trying to learn all that I can. You know, it's just like creating. You know, not everybody knows what they're talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some people out there that say, oh my God, this is the best product I've ever used. And they just open a brand new package and they've never used it a day in your life. How the hell you know it's good? You never used it before. You know, and you're giving me instructions on how to do this and you've never used it? Now, it's one thing to say, hey, this is a new product and, you know, I think we're going to give it a try, you know, and I know you do this, you know, you did a little homework, you know, that's one thing, but so I feel like with anything, you got to kind of shop around and, oh God, this might be a mistake, but here we go. All right, so you get my gist, big wad, and I'm going to hope it's enough to be smooth and not get into that one. Okay, here we go. Oh boy, it's thick, y'all. I just want to float it over the top. Yes! Yes, that's what I wanted to do. But now I got to get all this extra off. So hold on. That's a lot. Nice thing is this does kind of scrape off nicely. And if I can get that off enough. Oh, I see a whole bunch of product here. Where's the S? Oh God, I don't even see it. Ooh. I better stop before I stick it in the S and then I'm going to be mad. I should have brought a thing of water. I wasn't thinking. The black's even worse. Like tar. It's cool though. It's cool when it dries. Like it's super glossy. Super. And you don't have to do anything to it. It's ready to go. We could, I don't know how easy it would be. It looks stupid. We could possibly do some metallics over the top of the gloss itself, because metallics like gloss, right? Or metallics like black for the mirror effect. If this wasn't this important to clean these, I wouldn't make you watch. This is Pentart Heavy Body Gel Glossy Black. But if you got the white or the glossy, the clear, you could make black. You need something seriously, really a good pigment powder, but you could do it. All right, here we go. Good call on the pixie powder, Terry. That's cool. That is really cool. Look at that look. How cool is that? Let me get a piece of cardboard. That is cool. That, my friend, is Neato Bonito. Which way does this go? Oh, shit, that's wrong. What? How cool is that? That's a cool look. Same color, but two different textures, matte and gloss. Hey, Trisha. Where you been, girl? How are you? How are you? All right, let me just scrape this, what I can, off of here. I'm not putting that back in the jar because... Did I put the lid on the jar? Yes. Because it's already drying. Yeah, good call on the pixie spray. Because I don't think that would have went as smoothly if that would have shifted in any way, shape, or form. I do believe it would have went right under the stencil. Because that last pass was... I did bleed a little on the S, I'll show you. But it's not terrible where I started. That happened. Try to get this off a little bit. Actually, let me spray some water. Look how black that's some pigmented stuff there. this dries on there. I'll still be able to use it, but not a good look. It's thick. Ooh, that's thick. That's thick, honey. Sorry. Some things you just gotta do. Crafting isn't all glamour. How do I clean the stencil? Just like I'm doing. I mean, if I wasn't live, I would have taken this right to my sink, put it under some warm water and a toothbrush, and have that, and this would come right off. Like, but I don't have that luxury right now, so. But you want to get this definitely off before it dries, because this heavy body gel, I'm telling you, this it dries like freaking concrete. I don't got to get it perfect, but I just want to get the heavy stuff off. Awesome from, oh, awesome from DT. That doesn't eat your stencils, huh? I've never used that. I've always been kind of afraid of it because I don't really like using anything harsh, but I'm assuming it's harsh. I don't even know, so there's that. Alright, so I have a lot in between the stencils itself, like in between the words, so I'm just going to leave it on here, and when I get done I'll take it to my sink. I'm just going to leave it wet. And I'll take it in just like that. You can water it down. Okay. So here, it's not terrible. Right here, see it? It's not terrible though. Heavy body is it? Yeah, it's one of the best adhesives I've ever used. We use heavy body gel for like our resin molds to adhere them to stuff. You have used a Pentart stencil cleaner. I didn't care for it. I did use it. It's all right. There's my fingerprint. But yeah, other than that little jib jab, it's not bad. It's a cool look. Like, I think that is a cool look. Like patent leather. I don't know where I'll put it. Probably on the porch somewhere. But I mean, it's like seriously raised. I don't know. You probably can't tell on camera. But it really has some height to it. So it's a, see that D? You can kind of see. So it's a good product to be able to stand up like that and not, you know what I mean? Like flop over. Gesso, it's good too, but I don't think you'd get this shine with the gesso. Pretty cool. You could take it a step further when this dries. Like I said, you could take some I was thinking chrome powder, but I don't know if that would work. I don't know if chrome powder it'd probably be too messy with chrome powder. You could take some metallics over it, but I think that would take away from the rustic kind of wildflower. That's cool. I really wanted to do the general sign, which is huge. So I'm kind of glad I didn't have the wood for that. You don't have to watch replay. The kids are in bed. Oh, damn kids. Oh, they must be so excited for Christmas. Here's our other piece. So we will possibly do something to this tomorrow. We'll see. She's thick. She'll be dry by tomorrow, but her face is coming off. Oh, she's still letting me lay her down a little. Lay down, girl. But yeah, so that's what I got for y'all. I missed y'all. If I don't see you, thank you, Sheila. I feel amazing. I feel like I'm getting just better and better and better. And just, you know, I just want to continue to get better, feel better, look better. And, you know, I feel like our body is our temple. God gave us a gift, and, you know, I probably don't treat my body the best that I should. And I'd like to, you know, I'd like to change some things coming up. Rome wasn't built in a day, so, you know, some things are going to be harder than others, and habits are hard to break, but, you know, I just want to, here's my biggest insecurity, and my biggest thing that I don't want to say biggest, but it's a big one for me, And this has been probably, it was when I first got really sick, which I didn't know at the time was mold toxicity. So that was a 7-year bout. So it's been, it's been a while. It's been over 12 years. Just because I lost so much weight. Then I had no weight to lose, so it started eating my muscles and, you know, whatever. But my arms are my biggest. You notice I always wear long sleeve shirts or shirts that covers, but I have so much creping. Can't really see on camera, but my arms are so creped, so deep, that, well, you really can't see on camera. I can't too much, but I will give close-ups. But I'm working on stuff like that. Would you tell me your face care line that you use? I'm not confident in what, I don't have a full face care line yet because I'm still trying new stuff. Not all stuff works, that's for sure. But I will take you guys along on that adventure. Right now I can tell you I'm putting beef fat. It's called beef talon. It's 100% natural. Castor oil is amazing. It is very amazing for most people. I happen to be that person. If you put it on your face, I forget what they call it. They're not whiteheads, but they're kind of like little texture bump, like it locks in the moisture too much for my oily skin. But castor oil is amazing for many of things. But yeah, it's beef talon. And the hubs had, you know, the old, yeah, talon is, it's crazy. I call them the old lady marks because when I worked in the nursing home, if you bumped, eating is a big one. Yes, eating good whole foods, that's huge. You are what you eat. I call them old ladies because if you bumped an old lady or their skin is so thin, they get those big red marks. It looks like the skin's so thin and it's almost like a bruise in a sense, but it's like, you know what I'm talking about, like big red or dark brown marks you get when they bump them. Well, the hubs had a big one right here and then a smaller one right here. I forget what he did. I think it was when he got lost in the when he was hunting that one time and he ended up it kind of like age marks, but you bang it and like the blood settles underneath your, not kind of like a blood blister, but older people get them easier, way easier. Like we just grab them too hard. Yeah, bruising under the skin. Yeah. And he hugged the tree or he did something and it was there forever. And I said, put this on there. And he's like, but I just put it on there. So I ended up doing it for him for like 3 times. It was like day and night and then the next day. And he said, your arms are crepey. Yeah, it's kind of not really a hematome. Maybe that's what they call it. It could be called a hematome. That's kind of what it looks like. I get that bruising too. Not as bad as he did. So anyways, he said, look at my arm. And it was already starting to fade. And so he took it upon himself and he's still doing it. I don't have pictures from day 1, but I have pictures from like the 2nd or 3rd day. It's almost gone. Like it's almost gone. And it's under the skin. It's the craziest thing. So, because it's supposed to help with all kinds of different stuff. So Calendula is also good for the skin and healing. Oh, that's good to know. Your arms look horrible. I used to have design muscles, arms, 2 shoulders. Well, that was the other thing. When it's exactly, that's where everything went downhill, Sheila. You're so right, because I tore my rotor cuff and then it froze and it was literally frozen for 3 years. Like this arm was like this much shorter than this one. And then this one started getting sore because I overused this one. So that's when it really all came to a head. I lost all muscle, all my weight. I mean, I looked terrible. So yeah, and crepey skin is like not something you can easily get rid of. So like I said, you really can't see on camera, but they're probably one of my biggest insecurities. And get some muscle, some muscle, and I don't know. I'm just gonna try a few different things and keep at them and certainly tell you what works and what doesn't work. And I try to go the natural clean route, but that's not always easy either. But yeah, so coconut oil is great too. But I've never used beef talon before. I've read nothing but great things about it. This one has with honey in it. I did put it in my Amazon store, I believe. I'm trying to, as stuff I like, I'm trying to put it in there, but not everything is from Amazon. So I'll get it together once I figure it out. Once I'm more confident in what I'm talking about, and you know, I'm just learning, so I will definitely share the good stuff. Connie is a smart lady. She is a very smart lady. All right, y'all. So that's our project in our Persephone. We got Ebony and Ivory here tonight. All right, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow on Facebook, 8 p.m. It's a date. If I don't see you, Merry Christmas. I'll see you before Happy New Year, but stay safe. Don't get sick. And if you're alone, do something special for yourself. Take a bubble bath. Do something for you. Put some beef tallow on your arms. All right, y'all. Good night. Night, night.